So, how find you Jerusalem?
God does not speak to me. Not even on the hill where Christ died. I am outside God's grace.
I have not heard that.
At any rate, it seems I have lost my religion.
I put no stock in religion. By the word religion, I've seen the lunacy of fanatics of every denomination be called the will of God. I've seen too much religion in the eyes of too many murderers. Holiness is in right action and courage on behalf of those who cannot defend themselves. And goodness. What God desires is here and here. And what you decide to do every day, you will be a good man. Or not. Come. The king has made a peace with Saladin these past 6 years. He holds Jerusalem as a place for prayer for all faiths, as the Muslims did before we came. These men are Templars. They killed Arabs.
So they are dying for what the Pope would command them to do.
Yes. But not Christ, I think. Nor this king.
Who says I raid?
That witness. All of Jerusalem. Holy God. And me.
That witness, if you call him that, is a Saracen. He lies.
There will come a day, Reynald de Chatillon, when you are not protected by your title.
Oh, when will that be? That be Tiberius, when men are equal and the kingdom of heaven has arrived.
Those Templars have been hung for a raid that I know you commanded.
Prove it.
I will wait at Kerak until you do. The king will take your castle of Kerak, Reynald.
Try to take it, Tiberius. I'll be there.
I cannot protect your caravans unless you agree to be escorted by our soldiers.
I trade to make money, not to offend God by associating with Christians.
But you will take Christian gold.
Gold is gold.
Of course.
My Lord Tiberius. My lord.
It's true. You're your father's son. He was my friend. I'm yours. Godfrey dead. It could have come at a better time. But it was shouted in the streets that you killed the great lord of Syria. Saladin himself sent word that your fight did not breach the peace, that you had cause. What know you of Saladin?
That he is king of the Saracens, and that he surrounds this kingdom.
He has 200,000 men in Damascus alone. He could win a war if he goes to war. And he's daily given cause for war by fanatics newly from Europe. By Templar bastards like Reynald de Chatillon. Here from this room I keep the peace, so far as it can be kept. But Saladin and the king between them would make a better world.
If it lives only for a while, Tiberius, it still has lived.
What did your father tell you of your obligations?
That I was to be a good knight.
I pray the world And Jerusalem can accommodate such a rarity as a perfect night. Have you dined?
The Princess Sibylla of Jerusalem and her husband, Guy de Lusignan.
So, how many knights did you find in France?
50.
They've sworn allegiance to the king.
Of course, Tiberius. Obviously. You sit at my table.
Is it not the king's table?
Is it? I have not seen a king at it for some years. I cannot eat. I am finicky about company. In France, this could not inherit. But here, there are no civilized rules. I have business in the East. My wife does not lament at my absence. That is either the best of wives or the very, very worst.
Do you go to meet Reynald?
No, my lord, he is in disfavor. I am a member of this court. Why should I make league with that troublemaker?
To the very best of wives.
يبارك أرب القدس.
The king would see Godfrey's son.
I'll take him.
This morning, I spoke without knowing who you were.
I knew who you were. It's unmistakable. I loved your father. And I shall love you. Do you fear being with me?
No. And yes.
A woman in my place has two faces. One for the world, and one which she wears in private. With you, I'll be only Sibylla. Tiberius thinks me unpredictable. I am unpredictable. There.
Come forward. I am glad to meet Godfrey's son. He was one of my greatest teachers. He was there when, playing with the other boys, my arm was cut. And it was he, not my father's physicians, who noticed that I felt no pain. He wept when he gave my father the news that I am a leper. The Saracens say that this disease is God's vengeance against the vanity of our kingdom. As wretched as I am, these Arabs believe that the chastisement that awaits me in hell is far more severe and lasting. If that's true, I call it unfair. Come, sit. Do you play?
No.
The whole world is in chess. Any move can be the death of you. Do anything except remain where you started, and you cannot be sure of your end. Were you sure of your end once?
I was.
What was it?
To be buried 100 yards from where I was born.
And now?
Now I sit in Jerusalem and look upon a king.
When I was 16, I won a great victory. I felt in that moment I would live to be 100. Now I know I shall not see 30. None of us know our end, really, or what hand will guide us there. A king may move a man. A father may claim a son. That man can also move himself. And only then does that man truly begin his own game. Remember that howsoever you are played, or by whom, your soul is in your keeping alone. Even though those who presume to play you be kings or men of power, when you stand before God, you cannot say, "But I was told by others to do thus," or that virtue was not convenient at the time. This will not suffice. Remember that.
I will.